For the individual consultation, all right, so you want to make sure that you have an area that is away from where the action happens. So let's say that it was over in the dining room area, over that direction, and then I'm here in the living room area. And so when you come in, of course, you're going to set up your area where you're going to have the party, and then you also want to make sure that you set up for your individual consultation space so that when you're ready to do it, you just walk right to it and it's already set up so you're not fooling around with it. And so one of the things that I put out, of course, is the impulse buy basket. And this is a lot of fun because you can make this seasonal. So let's say for the summertime, you can put like, sunscreen, subtle tanning lotion, after sun replenishing gel, if that usually is a limited edition item. Waterproof mascara is a good one for summer, but I usually always put different types of mascara in here. I'll do eyeliner, black or brown, both. I do both. The blending sponge, that's always a good little impulse buy. A pack of beauty blotters, that's really, really good. Gotta love those. Hand creams are good too, fragrance free and white tea and citrus. So, again, it just depends on whatever you want to use. You might have some limited edition items that are no longer available. You still have on your shelf and you want to move those. And so I like to do an impulse basket. And usually I just hand it to them during the sale time and say, hey, take a look at some things in there if there's anything extra that you might need. So that's sitting here. And then also I have my Hostess packets are ready to go. Of course, the contents you can find on StokeStrong.com. It's right there. So those are ready. My money bag is ready to roll, and I'm going to switch positions here and be me. All right, so here we are on the couch. All right, so we're on the couch, and so she's going to sit right there. Okay, she's right there. I'm right here. There's a little bit of space in between us. I also have prepared and ready my date book. My date book is out. It's open. It's open to my next 30 days that I'm booking. I have a sales ticket laid out, ready to roll, which of course I had packed in my money bag. My calculator is ready. It's sitting there and we're ready to close. I also have out the closing sheet is laying there as well. Now chances are I do want them to bring this with them to the individual station because I do ask for them to circle whatever they liked or what they want to take home and bring that when I go to close with them or products that they may have questions about. But I always make sure that I have a copy laying there ready as well. I have my roll-up bag. That is the one that I close the party with. And why? Because I want to make sure that when she sits down with me, I open it up and I lay it just like that. So she's sitting right there. It's sitting right there in front of her. I want her to be able to touch it and feel it. You can even hand her the roll-up bag and say, here you go, take a look at it. This is what one looks like filled. So let's talk about it. Now, you also take your flip chart with you. Here it is. And by the time you get to the end of the party, you are at the individual consultation, close the sale. You read these questions and you just talk to her. Did you have a good time today? How does your face feel? You take your hand just like this and feel it. She's going to do the same thing. Do you have any questions for me as your personal beauty consultant? Answer her questions. So tell me, what did you like best about the Miracle Set 3D? If that is indeed what you all tried, okay? Did you circle your favorite sets on your placemat? So see, I asked her to bring it with her, so tell me, did you circle your favorite sets on your placemat? Well, if money were no object, what sets would you take home with you today? Let her answer. Let her answer the question, okay? And what are you most comfortable with taking home today? Great. Whatever she says. Then you grab your sales ticket and you begin to fill it out. Whatever it is that she's wanting, that's what goes on there. And you can ask her, okay, anything else and what else and what else and what else? Do you want to take a look at the basket there? There's some extra fun little goodies. Let me tell you what's in it. And I walk through that really quickly because she might just say, yeah, I should probably get a mascara, okay? So you might have taken a $110 sale now up to a $125 sale because she bought a mascara, okay? And then when she's done, she'll say she's done. You total up the sales ticket. Don't forget to add your sales tax. And then you never say, okay, it will be $125.75. Don't ever say that. You never even say the total out loud. Even if she says, so how much do I owe you? Don't ever say it out loud. You take the sales ticket and you hand it to her. Here you go. Okay? And just a reminder, however way you want to do payments, MasterCard, Visa, Discover, American Express, cash, check, or the ever popular husband unaware plan, a little bit of both. He has no idea. That always gets a good laugh, I think. Anyways, all right, so you finish up the sale. You take your flip chart and you turn the page. And the next page is about book the follow-up appointment. All right, so for your follow-up appointment, what's usually better for you? Morning, afternoon, or evening? All right, at this point, then I am grabbing my date book. It's right here in front of me, and I am ready. So I'm gonna move in a little bit closer to her. I'm gonna have my date book laid out right here, okay, where she can see it. And then remember, highlighting green in those times that you want to hold appointments and say, well, let's take a look at the green highlighted areas that I have. These are the times that I take appointments. So what's better for you? Let's look. You said beginning of the week, I had this day and this day. So you show that to her, and you really only want to book out about 2 weeks max if you can. Some people have to push it a little further, but I will tell you, the further out the book, the less likely they are to hold. All right, so try to keep that in really close. All right, and so you talk to her about that follow-up appointment. Now, also when she comes to her closing station, she has brought the Deserted Island game as well. And then I can say to her, well, she hands all that to me, so I get her profile card, her Deserted Island, and her success story survey, and she holds on to her closing sheet. And I will say to her, well, gosh, Sandy, the women that you wrote down on the Deserted Island game, would these be the women that you would like to have with you at your follow-up appointment? Yes or no? She's going to say yes or no. She may book a follow-up appointment by herself, maybe. She might very well. That's still an appointment. But you really want to encourage them to book, of course, to meet their friends. And one of the things I love to say is, you know, the way that I build my business, like I mentioned earlier, is through word of mouth. And it would be an honor for me to meet your friends. I always know that birds of a feather flock together, and I really like you. And I would love to meet the people that you call your friends and family. And is it the people on this sheet? Okay? It will be or it won't be. And at that point, if she's like, yeah, I'll invite them, that'd be a lot of fun. Then you take your hostess packet. Here we go. And you begin to go over it. Now, inside of it, of course, is my favorite hostess contest, $100 free to party with me. All right, it's that one right there. And I go over that with her right there on the spot. I want her to know what is in it for her. Inside of this, I also make sure I put a lookbook inside of it. And I have the outside order forms that go in there as well. You can print those off on stokestrong.com. I usually put 2 or 3 pages of those in there so that she can take outside orders, because she can get free products for taking outside orders. That just encourages her to do that. My business card is always in there as well. And if you want to put some company information in there, you know, about our opportunity, you can do that too. And so I go over her hostess plan, and I let her know. And remember, by you booking a party tonight, our hostess is getting more free products. Or you can say, and you'll see this in a video, remember that our hostess tonight is getting to pick one of those beautiful gifts out of the center of the table, and she is one step closer. And then you can even yell back, you know, to the hostess, you know, hey, Cindy, guess what? One party in, we got one more to go, and you get to pick one of those prizes in the middle of the table. Everybody at the party just heard you, and they're going to be more likely to make sure that she gets it, or she's going to be more likely to make sure someone else books a party so she gets her free stuff. Got it? Okay. So you book her for the follow-up appointment. Now, let's say, what if she doesn't want to book a follow-up appointment? It's fine, you all. Not everybody will. It's okay. Don't worry about it. And you can just say, you know, it's perfectly fine. I am just honored that I'm going to be the one to get to take care of you from now on. I'm excited to be your personal beauty consultant. And then you move to the success story survey. All right, she's handed you that one, and you can look on it. How did she answer the right side of that survey? How'd she mark herself on a scale of 1 to 10? Did she mark that she needs more money? Did she mark that she doesn't have the career of a lifetime? Did she mark that she would be willing to share her opinion over coffee? You know, how did she mark those answers? And if you really liked her, then you lead into that next. You know, I would love to share with you a little bit about what I do, and thank you for saying that you would be willing to have coffee and give your honest opinion. I appreciate that. So tell me, Sandy, when is a good time in the next 24 to 48 hours that we can chat? And I booked that time. Now, keep in mind that before you head to this party, make sure that if I'm still in the phase working with you of helping you to share the opportunity, make sure that you contact me before you head to that party to find out, Amy, when are your available times for share appointments? And I can give that to you over the next 2 to 3 days so that you can just write it down on your date book. And then you can easily go to book someone for a share appointment. Instead of going, well, let me get with Amy because she's the one that's training me and then I'll get back to you. No, you want to book her right there on the spot. Y'all, here's the thing. People come on board when they're closest to the product. All right, and so she just had a great time and she's purchasing products from you and she's booked a party with you, and so the next thing you naturally want to do is share the opportunity with her. It doesn't matter what she says, it really doesn't. Either she's going to stay your customer or she's going to become your team member. Either way, isn't it a win-win? It is. It's great. So then you book that appointment time with her to get her opinion. And again, if I am working with you, you want to make sure that you say, now, my trainer, don't say your sales director because they don't know what that means and it sounds authoritative and I don't like that. So just say, my trainer, her name is Amy. She's working really closely with me right now as I'm building my business. And she's going to be part of this conversation. I hope you're okay with that. She's going to just ask you questions and she truly wants your honest opinion. Would you be okay to do that with her? They always say yes, it's perfectly fine because you don't want to book it and then all of a sudden here she is. That kind of looks a little deceptive. So don't do that. Make sure that she knows that I am involved in the process, okay? All right, so you finished up with the 8-point close. There it is in the back of the book. And then when you're done with her, then you can say, Sandy, it was so nice to meet you and I'm going to fill your product order right now. Or you can say, let's say if she was someone who needs to go quickly, now that the party is over, you need to go out and fill her order right there. And keep in mind, I don't bring products inside. I leave them out in my car. And I'll say, Sandy, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get your products. And then when I come back in, make sure that you send Janie next to me, okay? And bring her and have her to come in next, all right? If she's someone that's going to stick around a while, you may say, Sandy, you're going to stick around for a little bit? Oh, yeah, I'm going to hang out. Well, I'll gather everybody's orders together at the end if you're okay with that. And then I'll go get your order filled, okay? So that's what it looks like for an individual consultation. The key is that you're prepared. And I do have very near me, it's right here, it sits right by me. Here's my roll-up bag that I showed you in the other video as to what goes in there. So it's all of my closing information is there. Everything is ready to go. My date book is opened and ready. The roll-up bag, all right? And so you want to make sure that, once that's open, you leave it open for everybody to be able to see and let them touch and feel that roll-up bag, okay? All right, there you go. That's how you do an individual consultation.